I'm Paul Spicer, conductor of the Whitehall Choir. The choir's about to go on tour to Vienna, taking a programme of beautiful English choral music to sing to the Austrians. Before we go, we're performing this music in a concert in the magnificent Arts and Crafts Church of Holy Trinity, Sloane Square in London, with its newly restored cathedral-sized organ and its glorious acoustic. We're calling the programme an English Choral Landscape because it covers several centuries in our history of music in England and features three contrasting works by Henry Purcell: the upbeat coronation anthem, which you've just heard, I Was Glad, the deeply moving Remember Not, Lord, Our Offences, and the beautiful and equally moving anthem, Lord, How Long Wilt Thou Be Angry? Purcell is often thought as our most inspired and original composer before the late 19th century, and it's easy to see why in the music we're singing. If Purcell changed the landscape of music in the 17th century, Hubert Parry certainly did the same in the 19th. Although not such an original as Purcell, Parry nevertheless wrote uplifting, memorable music. We're singing four of his lovely songs of farewell: his ever-popular setting of I Was Glad, which has been sung at every coronation since it was written in 1902, and the glorious setting he made of John Milton's Blessed Pair of Sirens, surely one of the most uplifting pieces of choral music of the last 100 years or so. And if Hubert Parry was a game-changer in his lifetime, Herbert Howells certainly was in his, at least in terms of music for the Anglican Church. He created a whole new sound world, which began with Dean Milner White of King's College, Cambridge, asking him if he would write a setting of the Te Deum for the famous chapel choir in 1944. Afterwards, he wrote of this work that I personally feel that you've opened a wholly new chapter in service, perhaps in church music, of spiritual moment rather than liturgical. It's so much more than music making. It's experiencing deep things in the only medium that can do it. The other two works are the ever-popular And I Saw a New Heaven by Edgar Bainton, with its sweeping melodic phrases and its colourful interpretation of words from the Book of Revelation. And finally, A Piece of Mine. I was commissioned by the Vicar of Kingston-upon-Thames to write an anthem for the Queen's Silver Jubilee in 2002. He asked me to set the brilliant and quirky poem by Gerald Manley Hopkins called Pied Beauty, Glory Be to God for Dappled Things. It's a wonderfully descriptive poem to set to music, and having gone through the whole gamut of dappled things, I return to the opening in a final section, which is uplifting and dance-like. As well as the choral singing, our wonderful accompanist Ian Tyndale will be playing organ music by Purcell and Parry, and will be putting the grand organ at Holy Trinity through its not inconsiderable paces. Do come and join us for this great evening's music making at Holy Trinity, Sloane Square in London on the 21st of April, starting at 7:30. It'll be an uplifting concert.